I'm joined in studio by Tony Clark. He is from the Rawsons Property Group, and he's here to discuss an issue on the hearts and minds of many South Africans, and that's when you're looking at establishing your home, should you build it or should you buy it? Tony, thank you so much for joining us today.
All right, good to be here.
Now, that really is something that many South Africans struggle with. I think so many of us have an idea of the home that we want to have one day, the home that we potentially want to raise children in, take our dog to, but it's a difficult decision to make when you look at should I buy or should I build?
Absolutely. Very simply, it's about personal preference. It's about your budget. It's about the family lifestyle that you want. Building is inevitably more expensive, so therefore your budget would definitely play a role. Buying an existing property, it's quicker, about 4 months from purchase to moving in, whereas building something is going to take much longer. You're looking about a year and a half at least. So it's personal preference, and if you can find what you want, that's great. If you want to embark on the horrors of building, by all means, try it.
I love how you describe it as the horrors of building, because we often say in my family, if a contractor gives you X amount, you add X plus X to realize when the project's actually going to be completed.
X times 2.
Exactly.
Many building projects go way over budget, and it's about getting a good contract, getting reputable architects and builders, and sticking to deadlines, ensure any payments happen when certain deadlines are met, and the property is built in certain stages. Other than that, and don't change your mind. The most difficult part is when you design something and then you start seeing it, so you want to change, and this room should change a bit like it. That's when costs really start soaring.
Absolutely. But there are undeniable pros to building your own home, in that you can have every fitting and everything exactly as you want it. And I suppose that's really the allure of building. Absolutely.
Your own design, you can take advantage of good new energy efficient materials. You can integrate multimedia, good safety with new alarm systems that can get integrated as you build, and basically get what you want, which you possibly won't do if you buy a property. Once again, though, there's a lot of stress factors that are involved.
So we've spoken a little bit about building your own home. Let's have a look at buying. So we know that when you buy a home, you're probably not going to be 100% in love with every single thing in that home. It obviously belonged to somebody else. But that doesn't mean that you are stuck. You're obviously able to make changes.
Yeah, you can make changes. Once again, costs can escalate. You're never going to get someone else's dream home is not necessarily yours, and there are problems inherent with buying a second-hand home. It's like comparing a new vehicle to a second-hand vehicle. I mean, how do you compare? You don't know what you're getting in a second-hand vehicle. So it's all dependent on who you're buying from, how they maintained the property, how they cared for the property. So you will have problems. The good news is the Consumer Protection Act does assist the buyer nowadays in terms of non-disclosure. Doesn't mean, though, that a buyer can expect a seller to deliver a property in brand new condition if it's a second-hand home. Not at all. That's not what the Consumer Protection Act is there for. It's purely just to ensure that there is disclosure of all latent defects, and then the buyer must make their decision.